Hey guys, this is Porta and I decided to give you guys a quick tour of this app that I created. Right now I'm calling it King of Town, and it integrates with Strava and deals with Strava segments. So here is the landing page, and the URL is racekeeper.space/app/pages and then segment_ranks.php. And you guys can read a little bit more about this, but it basically compiles all the segments in your city, and then it compares your efforts against them. Um, the goal is to get as many top finishes as you can, and obviously if you are the top finisher of that segment, you get the KOM. So this app basically helps you find how many KOMs you have in your town or in that certain location. So let me show you how it works. Go ahead and hit the Connect with Strava button to connect your Strava profile with this application. And then so you'll have to sign in, and use my sign in. So you log in and approve my profile that I authorize to basically release the information to this application. All right, and then once you're logged in, you should see your profile pulled from Strava, and your name and all this information. And then you get to select if you want to look up your running results, your runs, or your rides. So I'll go ahead and select run, and then you get to pick out the town you're in. So I put in a couple cities or towns in here, and here's the one I'm located at currently. And you can just leave this at 3, and then you can go ahead and hit find comms. So this is going to take a little while here, so I'll go ahead and leave this going and fast forward it. Alright, so I know that took a little while, but it did load up all the segments, or at least most of them in the town that you have chosen, and then your efforts on those segments. If you do currently hold more than 70% of the comms in your town, you'll get a little congratulations that you have achieved that goal. And if not, it'll just tell you the percentage of comms you hold in that town, and just to basically keep time. Alright, so here's the main page and the final page and the results of basically your efforts against all the segments in your town. So here's a little summary of the amount of segments it found in the town that you chose. You chose running or cycling. So there will be different results obviously on the cycling segment. And here's your profile again, and your profile information from Strava. And then here is a map of all the segments. I'll go ahead and show you the segments on the map here. So first you can see the area that I've chosen for this town. And I'll map the area. Then it will display let's go ahead and choose display map segments. So this will display all the segments in the town that it found. So once it's done drafting all the segments, you should see all of them on the map within that box. You can go ahead and actually zoom in a little bit to see exactly where those segments are located on the map. I'll show you a little legend on the bottom. You can see that the white icon is the segments that it found that it didn't find any attempts that you have done. The gold or yellow one is segments that you have actually attempted, and then one with the star is the ones you actually hold the KOM of that segment. And there's a couple of other things you could graph on here. You can actually display segment itself, and you can go ahead and delete the whole thing if you want to start over. That's kind of nice. You can actually see the segments on the map itself and your efforts against them. Alright, and here is the table format of basically all the segments in the town. This little icon will only pop up if you are actually the KOM holder of that segment. This you can go back and actually see that segment on the map with the longitude and latitude. And we'll actually map that segment for you. Over here is the date that you have actually attempted this segment. The name of the segment, time, here's the time in actual readable format, the distance of the segment, and then where you placed overall on the segment, and your pace, your max heart rate, if it's a run or a ride, the max grade on that segment, longitude, latitude, where it's located, then the segment ID, the activity ID, and the effort ID. So you can actually go ahead and go to this individual segment. If you click on the link, you can go to the result, and you can go to the activity and the profile in your Strava profile. Alright, so this is going back to Strava. And you can actually see more details on the actual Strava website with your efforts on the segment. Alright, and here's another legend for this table. If you do see the row colored yellow, it means that you haven't actually attempted these segments. And if you see the KOM icon, it means you're the KOM holder of that segment. Here's some summaries of the actual King of the Mountain you have achieved in that town. So currently, for running, I have 84 out of 105 segments that I found in Amesbury, Massachusetts. And the top 10 finishes that I got are 88 out of 105. And I've completed 92 out of 105. And segments that I haven't yet attempted or completed are 13. So it looks like I still have a couple of segments that I haven't quite gotten to yet. This is the overall distance, total distance, I guess, of all the segments, and your average pace on the segments. And for cyclists, you'll also have the average miles per hour. And then lastly, this is a table. If you finished in the top 10, you just did a little scoring rubric. So if you finished first place, you'll get 10 points. And then this is how many first places I've gotten. So I got this many points and the running total, and that goes top to bottom. So in Amesbury, I currently hold 871 points. I'm also going to put a little table together of all the totals of everyone who attempted, segments and who tried this site. So overall rubric of everyone's totals in their respective towns. So that's actually coming up. But yeah, feel free to play around with this and go ahead and try segments in your town. Hopefully you find this useful or just kind of fun. I did go ahead and use this as my training during the coronavirus when I couldn't do any races. So I kind of treated all these segments as little races or a little speed workout. But that was kind of fun to do. Let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoy it.